your spirit blind when darkness tried to swallow him whole. He was reborn with an ancient warrior soul. Fight for love, fight for family, fight for others if it's enemy. A hero the world will need to know. He's the fighter, he's the knight, he's the hero, he's the fight. Whether daytime or night upon the moon. Oh, Dragoon!
Hey guys, it's Jay and Danny Green. What's going on, Danny? How you doing tonight?
I'm getting yourself, Jay.
Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. So I just put that together really quickly just to get a reaction out of you guys. We have been working on this wonderful property, El Dragoon, for months now, and you know it's crazy. We're trying different things. We're doing new stuff that we've never done before. Obviously, Danny and I have worked on multiple projects in different ways. I've worked on comics. Danny, of course, is the logistics master, over at Titan Toys. But one thing that unites us is action figures. Danny, I'm really excited about action figures, and we have a lot of projects coming up very, very soon involving action figures. And one of them, hopefully in 2026, we're going to be doing something really, really special with conventions. Can't talk too much about that right now, but we did want to get everybody ready. But this weekend, Danny, we are heading to another convention. What's up for our agenda this weekend?
Mississauga Collector Expo.
The Mississauga Collector Expo. That's going to be exciting. Where it's going to be at the Hilton, right? Is that correct?
Yeah,
the Mississauga Hilton. And this one is the 80s CollectorCon. Is that what this is?
Yeah, Same people, same dude. For years and years, running this Mississauga CollectorCon, and they're the Ontario CollectorCon in general.
Ontario CollectorCon.
They run several. They have one in Oakville, Burlington, Ajax, and Mississauga. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Like this again. We're coming down to the final few conventions of the year. As a matter of fact, Danny, we are actually going to be at another major convention in a couple of weeks, and we are very, very excited about this.
We're like birds right now, man. We're like birds.
We are flying everywhere, Danny. We're going to be at Jolanta 2025 on September 26th, 27th, 28th at the Gas South Convention Center, 6400 Sugarloaf Parkway, Duluth, Georgia, celebrating G.I. Joe in all of its forms. This is going to be a great convention, Danny, and I'm really excited to be heading there. There's going to be a lot of independent toy creators, a lot of G.I. Joe vendors, of course. And if you want to talk about meeting G.I. Joe alumni and people who have just made a huge mark on G.I. Joe, you can't get any better than Larry Hama, Danny. We talked with Larry Hama not too long ago, and it was a great meeting of the minds. I mean, this man, Danny, has literally written the book on G.I. Joe. He's created most of the backstories for the characters. I mean, he literally has been the man who has created the lore of G.I. Joe. But he's also been a great creator in many aspects. Bucky O'Hare, Nth Man. He's worked for DC, Wolverine. He's written for Wolverine. He's written for Spider-Man, Daredevil, Batman, Wonder Woman, Conan the Barbarian. Right? He's written for so many different books and series, and everyone, especially G.I. Joe, Danny. What was your impression of meeting Larry Hama at that time, Danny? What did you think about him?
That was epic, man. I didn't even know it was him at first. And then so super nice guy. Definitely a legend, of course. We all grew up with G.I. Joe, right? So I was always a Tiger Force guy, but I like that. So
he was so humble, He was such a quiet spoken individual, right? But he's brought so much to the G.I. Joe mythos.
So much stuff going on in his mind, probably. Like, we're going through that right now, creating El Dragoon and creating characters and stories. Kind of being a little mini god in a sense sometimes, but
Absolutely. And you know what? We're trying to follow in Larry Hama's footsteps. 100%.
For sure.
We're also thinking about action figures all the time, Danny. And you know what? One guy one guy who's been pivotal in all G.I. Joe has been Ron Rudat. The man worked for Hasbro since 1971, just after graduating George School of Art, the Vesper George School of Art, and literally he designed every action figure from 1982 to 1986.
Wow.
Can you freaking believe that, Denny? This guy literally designed G.I. Joe action figures from that period. It's crazy.
Damn,
it's crazy.
That's epic.
Right? It is nuts.
What's he doing now? He's still making figures?
Well, bro, he created the Cobra logo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Can you believe that? This guy actually created the Cobra freaking logo. That is something. That is a note. That is a note in somebody's cap, man. That's freaking crazy.
Wow.
And he was in 2015 inducted into the Toy Collectors Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Okay. We're going to be able to meet Ron Rudat at Jolanta. Sorry, what was that then?
I'm saying he's a legend. That's it.
Dude, he's a legend. He's an absolute legend, 100%. And we're going to be meeting him at Jolanta 2025. And of course, we're going to be able to meet our good friend, Guy Dorian Sr. This guy is a legend in comics, Danny. He is an absolute legend. He also worked with Larry Hama on Mounties versus Werewolves. Right. We did that interview with both of them, remember? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And didn't he create, was it ROM? Or he
didn't create ROM. He worked on ROM. He was the one who came up with the design for ROM. Yes.
Wow.
So he worked on ROM. 100%. Good point. He has also, of course, worked for IDW and is a legend with Marvel Comics and DC. The man is absolutely insane. And we're going to be hanging out with Guy Dorian Sr. This weekend. We're also going to be hanging out with D Amazing, wonderful toy tuber and toy photographer.
Yeah,
the guy's a legend, man. This guy.
Who doesn't know him?
Who doesn't know him? He's amazing, absolutely amazing,
literally.
And so many other wonderful toy tubers, including Robo Don't Know.
Oh yeah,
we're definitely going to hang out with Robo again.
Yeah,
and if you're into voice acting and cartoons, the voice of Storm Shadow is going to be there too, Danny. Can you freaking believe that? Keon Young.
I'm going to ask him to make me a voicemail.
This is Storm Shadow, and I will kill you the next time I see you.
Right. I got Greg Berger, the Grimlock. Did you? I got him to do me a voicemail.
No way. You got him to do a voicemail. Oh,
for the longest time, I had him as my voice. Anyways, yeah.
That's hilarious, brother. Well, here he is.
Oh, there he is.
Greg Berger. Speak of the devil, bro.
I think you'll remember. Edmonton, Alberta.
The man himself, Grimlock, Skyfire, freaking one of the Constructicons, Spirit Iron Knife, freaking so many different characters he's voiced over the years. The guy's a freaking legend.
Yeah, he's also a legend. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So, guys, don't miss out on meeting Greg Berger at Jolanta 2025. And so many others, including Joshua Skye, the writer of the lore of Master Universe. Currently, we're good friends with Joshua.
Yeah.
Danny, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And so many others, including Corey Cantalipe. Of course, he was a G.I. Joe designer for the G.I. Joe Classified series and is working on multiple different projects right now, and more to come soon, including El Dragoon. Danny, El Dragoon will be front and center at Jolanta 2025, and we are going to be talking about El Dragoon. We're going to be discussing all of the upcoming features right here tonight. We're going to talk about a few more characters. You see them all here, and of course, this is a story of Juan Juanes, the washed-up luchador wrestler who discovers that the darkness in his past is linked to an ancient spiritual war. So he has to climb back into the ring to try and discover the secrets of the secret societies and uncover the reason why the souls of mankind are in danger. This is going to be a great, great tale, and we're going to talk about all of the wonderful things we've been doing with this comic ever since, and try to answer a few questions, because a lot of people do have some burning questions about this whole endeavor, Danny. We're also going to have an exclusive, which we can't show today, but we will be bringing an exclusive to Jolanta, and we do want to talk a little bit more. But we also want to ask the question, guys. Comic books and action figures. We can't show you too much about that, but what's more important to you guys? What's more important to you? Is it the comic books or is it the action figures? Because this audience, of course, we're all a toy community here. We're all action figure community. But Danny, I think for you and me, it's very much about the story as well. We want to have a very good base for the story of El Dragoon, but at the same time, everybody loves action figures, so we want to find out what you guys think about action figures. So please, if you haven't already, head over to eldragoon.com, sign up for our mailing list so you can find out all the latest news about El Dragoon and the Kickstarter that we're going to be starting very, very soon. And of course, new news and releases. But don't forget, we will be at Jolanta 2025. We hope to see you guys there. So, Danny.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about El Dragoon. But before we do that, let's say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Shay Reed, let's go! I'm always down to talk about El Dragoon.
It's his birthday this weekend.
Happy birthday, Shay. Happy early birthday, bro. Good to see you, man. Guys, everybody wish Shay Reed a happy birthday. He is a customizer extraordinaire. He's a customizer extraordinaire, and he does incredible diorama work. And you'll be able to showcase his work in an upcoming event that Danny and I are working on. Wink. We're going to tell you more details about that coming soon, because we're just about secured our location. Anyway, not going to talk too much about that tonight, but more details to come. Endless Fables, Brian is in the house.
What's up, Brian? We'll see him at Jolanta, right?
We will see you at Jolanta, brother.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Karma, what's going on, dude? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We can see at least 14 of you, 17 viewers right now. Thank you guys for being here. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys. Orlando, Utah, Toy Hunter, what's going on, dude? How you doing tonight? Guys, if you could please do us a favor and hit like on the stream. Let's get some more of the algorithm hopping, and we can talk more about El Dragoon with everybody. This will be a lot of fun. Skeletor, El Dragoon. That's right, bro. And huge shout out to Skeletor for helping us with that intro video. Again, it's a lot of work that we're doing different. We're experimenting with so many different things, but it's so much fun. And I'm sure he had fun taking a look at his stuff on the screen. El Dragoon, Endless Fables.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Thank you, Brian. El Dragoon. That was you, Danny.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, I had to be bad.
I have an echo here.
I need the thing for the chat. And anyway, sorry, guys. My bad.
Rodimus Prime. I have Keon's autograph on my mint on card back reissue of the Storm Shadow, and it's certified. As for action figure comics, Rodimus Prime wants both. Of course. We're definitely looking to do both. Rystelin. Am I right, Danny? Is that? I'm pretty sure I'm screwing it up. I apologize, my friend. Rystelin. Yeah. Figures, but I appreciate a good figure. Absolutely, brother. I appreciate a good story. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
There we go. Yeah.
Motto's back in the house. What's up, Motto? Bastianini. Motto Bastianini. I got that right, I think.
Hola, Motto. What's up?
How's it going, Motto? Dasanelli. Both action figures are in front of you. Comics tell you about the world they live in. Thank you for that, Dave.
Yeah.
We are very excited about both, and we hope that we can bring both of them to you. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Motto, I love wrestling, old school.
Yeah, agreed.
That's right, brother. Absolutely.
Orale.
So let's get to it, Danny. Let's get to it. So, Danny Green, talk to me, my friend. What is, or maybe better, who is El Dragoon? Like, how did this whole thing come about? And what, this is what we're seeing with the comics right now. Oh, look at this man. The excellence of execution has entered the room, guys. There he is. The man.
I'm just trying to distract you, sir.
Is here.
But
talk to us, Danny. Talk to us about El Dragoon.
So, for one, it was a dream that I have, basically. El Dragoon actually is a combination of many things, and a lot of it stems from growing up in the 80s and 90s with wrestling and Power Rangers and Dragon Ball, anime, just all these things, right? And El Dragoon is basically a combination of all these things. Plus, I had like a dream about a superhero character. It was kind of like a Batman, but he was more inspired by dragons, and but for some reason in the dream, I was actually this character, and it was crazy vivid and stuff. And but during this time, it was like in 2019, I think, when I had this dream. I was actually attending a place called Battle Arts. It was a wrestling gym, right? And I would watch the live wrestling. Sometimes Destiny Wrestling would come to the gym and they would do their thing. Guys would train and stuff like that. And sometimes I watched some luchador type guys, right? So, and growing up with watching WWF with Hitman and all that, right? So, but going to the gym here, I was, I'd watch these guys fight and stuff, and it would inspire. I'm like, maybe I should infuse this character's dream that I had with wrestling and luchador. So, over the years, I would, write about this character and just write out his story just in odd times. And, I spent some time writing about it. And then that one time, I think me and you went to Legion's Con on a drive there, right? So I kind of shared the story with you, and you're like, this is insane how cool the story was. It was about luchadors and the combination of like secret societies and wrestling and superheroes and that kind of thing, right? And so you were kind of inspired, and they say, you know what, man, let's make our own action figure, our own story, our own universe around this character, right? And so, long story short, we were going to Legion's Con to pay respects to our buddy, and as well as we were there also to show off the Flipboard project, right? So you introduced us to Gilly and Sebastian, who actually worked on the comic as well for Flipboard, right? And so, next, long story short, here we are just trying to like put this thing together. You with Gilly, how he helped us write out the script, and Sebastian, he obviously the artist behind everything. And what's cool is that these guys are super into wrestling as well, and they were super inspired by the story. So it just made it very easy to work with them, And next thing you know, we're giving birth to this thing that you see today, basically. So there's a whole cool universe behind it. There's a wrestling league called NAIL, which stands for Noble International Association Lucha. And this is basically the wrestling league where El Dragoon takes place. And so you'll be seeing a lot of this in the story. And it's kind of like the WWF of El Dragoon's universe. So, and yeah, every day we're just working at it. We're working on some figures, and we have the comic coming out soon, right? But we're gonna do a Kickstarter, so we're hoping that you guys can help us out with that, right? And we want to get your feedback, and we want to understand how you feel about where we're at so far. And we're going to events and stuff to show off the project, and we're looking to see people in person and get live feedback and that kind of thing, right? But it's been great so far. Great adventure, learning a lot, about creating stories and characters and that kind of thing, right? So
So awesome stuff, Denny. Let's go back a little bit about the history of where this character started from. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this guy? Because this is the first image I think you showed me, and we started with something like this. So talk to me about this character, and who is this guy? Like, does he exist? Is this a real guy?
So this guy here, his name was Drago, and he used to be in Lucha Underground, and he was super cool, man. Like I don't know, I was just in. I got a mask. How I learned about this character actually is I found the mask on Amazon first. See this red mask that he has here? Well, Amazon had a mask of this character. I didn't know who he was at first. So I seen the mask. I wanted to create a cosplay character is what I wanted to do of this dream of this character that I had. And I'm like, this mask kind of looks like something that I had the dream of, right? So I went and ordered the mask. And then I started looking into the actual character of the mask, and it turned out it was Drago from Lucha Underground, right? And so, as you can see here, yeah, he's super heavily inspired by dragons and that kind of thing, right? They were actually a gang in the Lucha Underground league. There's actually a few of them. There's 3 or 4 different dragon type luchadors, and they did fire. They had wings.
Wow.
They would spit acid. They had these long tongues, and they all did the high fly lucha moves, right? And they all had their own special moves. But he was the only guy in that trip in the Lucha Underground that had this kind of mask, that was like it looked like he was a lizard or he was like a dragon, right? He had scales and everything going on there. So
he looks great. And then from that,
yeah.
how did we get to this interesting design?
Oh yeah. So sorry, my eyes are starting to sweat. But anyway.
You look cool. It has its problems.
Oh, that was fun. But
It has its problems.
so okay, so what was going on here is during this time in 2019, I was going to events, right? And I was asking artists to draw this character of mine that I had this idea of, right? Actually, Arnold Trinidad, Sketch Soldier, a good buddy of ours, he actually did one of the first sketches, and then his buddy Oliver Castaneda, he did this design here, and so I kind of just gave him some ideas. I actually took my previous designs. There's a few other designs. I don't know, Jay, if you can go through them, but you're in the background too. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know if I have them all. I think that's the only problem. I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
So it's all good.
Yeah, I have this one.
Oh yeah, there's the other one. So as you can see, the designs kept changing, right? Based on kind of like the information I was giving to the artists, right? And it's kind of like every artist did their own version, right? As you can see, this one looked a little bit more a luchador / like a superhero, and then he had like an ultra form where he went from like superhero lucha to like cosmic, and he had this crazy armor there, as you can see, a little over the top, but you kind of get what's going on here, right? And yeah, man, Oliver, I don't know what I love is when I meet with these artists and I just share my ideas and they just kind of formulate this, right? And then I get to tweak it and revise it, or I go to another artist and say, hey, can you refine this and do your version or whatnot, right? And that's kind of how it's been over the years. Since 2019 I've been kind of going through this thing, and then I've always dreamed about making an action figure and a story behind it, and and then meeting Jay and just kind of going to events and STCC and meeting Ryan and so many cool people along the way. It kind of just morphed into what's going on today, and to say that I feel like it's a human trait or quality to want to create things, right? And so going through this process till now, really opens my eyes to wanting to create and just keep creating things, right? And it's so cool. Like, it's like, I hate to say, I don't want to say playing God, but to create characters out of nothing and they put stories behind them, right? And then the idea is to get to create an audience, get somebody to relate and to like it, right? And so that's kind of the motions we're going through right now, right? Trying to figure out how to tell our story in a sense, right?
And things continue to evolve, Danny. I mean, after you and I had a discussion, again, it was a long car ride, and we were just just
15
discussing
hours.
new ideas about how to continue with these characters. You know, you even did this CG version of this illustration, right? It looked really neat, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for sure.
then you know what? It was just this thing, you know, because once you started talking about this concept, I remember becoming inspired. I got excited. I got very, very excited. And I remember at the point you were like, I was, you know, I think it was you who told me, you know, Jay, I've always wanted to do a comic book. And I was like, well, do it. Why don't we do it? And you were like, I don't know where. I think you said I don't know where to start, right? That was one of the things you said. And I said, okay, what about the what about the guys, right? What about Arnold? What about these? But the problem was we quickly realized that they're too busy. You know, they have their own projects, right? They're going to shows and doing their stuff. So then I talked about Gilly, right? I talked about Gilly and his project that we worked on with Flipboard, right? The mini comics that we did for Flipboard, and that Gilly, of course, is a writer on Flipboard on the Flipboard project with the creator Mad Hatter, but one of the great things that came out of it, right, was how we were talking about working with Sebastian Navas, right? I mean, he had done a great job for us for the Flipboard project, having created the mini comic, which was absolutely stellar. I mean, like you read the book, right? Right, Danny. What did you think about the mini comic itself?
It was epic, man. The artwork was just insane, but I love the comedy behind it and stuff too, for sure. Right. But super successful, right? And these guys did a great job. So what else can I say?
Absolutely. And of course we were just amazed at the kind of talent that we saw with Sebastian. You know, I mean, when you look at this book, right? When you actually look at it, it's really well illustrated and well designed. I mean, we just saw something here. The energy, the dynamic, the panel work, everything about this was just so good. I mean, he took an action figure and made it into a wonderful comic book with the direction, of course, the storytelling of Mad Hatter, right? And every panel just flowed so well, right? You know, the cities, the landscapes, you know what I mean? All the characters, right? And this is something that was never done before, right? Obviously, Hatter created a narrative. He wrote the story. He's a writer he's a writer by trade, right? He actually writes. It's my understanding he writes for Hollywood. So yeah, he's a Hollywood writer, as I understand it. But it was really the artwork that brought everything together. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this great artwork by Sebastian, right? If you guys want to see this full story, we did Hatter and a bunch of different members of our staff. They did the voice work, and I put together the motion comic for this book. So you guys can take a look at Mad Hatter on YouTube, and you can see this entire book in a video comic format, and you can actually see a lot of the whole book being more or less narrated by the staff of Flipboard and the Champions of Nefariety team. But yeah, we really were enamored and impressed by the artwork of Sebastian Navas, so much to the point that we literally asked Sebastian to help us with El Dragoon, and it's been crazy these last few months, Danny. I think that just looking at the artwork that he's been in, this was the very first. This was really the very first thing he did. Pretty much the first thing he did for us, right, Danny? Like,
the colors are a little bit off on this one, but it's actually.
Yeah, they're oversaturated just because it's just to catch everybody's attention. But I mean, this was the starting point for where we were going with El Dragoon. But it doesn't tell much of the story. You know what, Denny? It's just a splash cover, right? You get to see a few glimpses of what the story is going to be about. But we really start off the story quite shockingly. I mean, it starts off with just this incredible wrestling scene, right, where several characters. Who's in the scene right now, Danny? Why don't we describe it a little bit for everybody who's watching?
So this is Juan or El Dragoon's tag team partner. La Loba Loca Gloria means crazy wolf. Gloria facing off against Nightmare and Zeus Zavala. So they're a tag team. Actually, they're the current tag team champions. And what's happening here is Juan and El Dragoon and La Loca Gloria are facing off against the champions for the belts. So as you can see here, we went from pencils to pens, but yeah, as you can see, Nightmare's got Gloria in a what do we call this move for her? I keep forgetting the name of this.
Yeah,
move.
this is it's funny how we
The Nightmare clutch. We'll call it.
Yes, the Nightmare clutch. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, but yeah, and then as you can see in the back, while they're going at it here, you got Zeus Zavala pinning El Dragoon for the count. And
Yeah, but not before really taking being
yeah,
ragdolled around like crazy, man. Like
yeah,
Zeus is just a beast. I mean, the man is all muscle. He's an absolute beast, and he's actually from
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
So
You got it.
yeah, a lot of Latin influences, guys. A lot of South American influences here, of course, for lucha. But yeah, we get to see the guys go through hell and back, right? And survive. Like, do they survive this match? We don't know yet, right? But the artwork of Sebastian Navas really did inspire me. I think when we first saw his work, Danny, we knew immediately we wanted to work with this guy. I think that's really what struck me.
Well, yeah, you have that that one design where you see Omega doing this power thing. That was the first thing we seen from Sebastian. He
Okay. Well,
he
okay. So yes. So it wasn't Omega specifically, but what it was,
it kind of looked like him, or
yeah, so this is actually, believe it or not, this was the first trial. We basically asked Sebastian. Actually, no, we asked Gilly. We're like, Gilly, can you show us somebody who you think might work for our project? And he asked Sebastian he only talked to Sebastian about a wrestling scene. And this is what he came up with. And we were blown away, right? It was just absolutely, it literally blew us away with what we were seeing here, right? The energy, the dynamic nature of of all the characters, the craziness in Omega, right? And Alpha, right? And just the power behind these characters. It really set the scene for what we wanted to accomplish, right, Danny? What was your reaction when you first saw this, Danny?
First thing was, this is not your typical kind of wrestling match, right? As you can see, there was extreme force and energy and power kind of throughout the match there. Obviously, Juan or El Dragoon here kind of taking a beating, and he's on his last legs, it seems.
It does. So, his mask is wrecked. You know what I mean? He's showing his hair, right? He's gone through a lot of beating right now. It's pretty crazy. So
and that's the thing in lucha, right? Like, there's always the matches where the masks come off and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of trying to show a little bit of that here, and just a detail, and so yeah, it's great for sure.
Yeah. And then we asked Sebastian if we could get a bit of a more, what do these guys actually look like, right? And we started looking at, and he started creating these designs for Omega, right? And that's where we really started seeing something happening, Danny. I think when we started seeing these crazy designs of this like psychotic pair, Alpha and Omega. I think this is where things really started to take shape, right?
Yeah.
I was really and again, masks, right? The masks is a huge thing. Obviously, masks in lucha are a huge thing, and we actually ended up developing masks for these characters as well. Danny, do you have the masks right now somewhere handy? Because we were able to actually.
I thought you. Did I take them back? I
You
did.
took them back. You did.
I can go get them. I
Yeah,
don't.
go,
They're not
go get
beside.
them.
Okay. Give
But
them.
these masks are very important to the characters as the story develops. Um, and then, of course, to see just how big the differences are between these two. I mean, you can see how a character like Juan has to overcome so many different trials throughout the story. He's just he's just a small guy. He's not 6 feet tall. He's like 5'11". You know what I mean? He's not the tallest guy in the world, but he's gonna use his strength and his perseverance to get past all of that to become the reigning champion of the tag team world. But something else happens along the way. And it's been a long time coming. We've been developing these characters for such a long time. With of course in cooperation with Sebastian and Gilly. And we have a whole story to tell. It's something that which we're very, very excited about, and we really want to share this with everybody out there. But we want to know from you guys, what is it about wrestling, or what is it about fighting in general, and superheroes, and WWE, WCW, you know what I mean, like AEW, right? Luchador wrestling, right? What is it that drives these individuals to do what they do, right? Why is wrestling so magical? And is it the storylines? Is it the characters themselves? Is it the struggle that they go through to try and win their matches? Like, why is it that we love wrestling and these characters so much? What is it about these guys that makes them so appealing as characters in a story, right? We are very excited about all of these, and how and what we're able to bring to this new age of wrestling. Did you find it, Danny?
I did.
Okay, let's see it, Danny.
So here's by the way, our buddy Jason Tonello, he printed these out for us just to kind of take the shows and just kind of give more of give a tangible feel to what we're doing, right? But as you can see, this is a take on Omega's mask. It's not really wearable.
You sort of can a little bit. Just put
But
it on your
see the scale, how big it is, right? So that's how big the wrestler would be in real life. I think we call them the Demonico twins, by the way, guys. So Alpha and Omega are the Demonico twins, okay? So you'll be seeing them a lot, but they're about 7 feet, man, 7'2", I think. So they're pretty big dudes.
Yeah, I mean you can see that here. They are massive, right? These guys are not small, man. Like we said, Juan is about like 5'11". You know what I mean? He's not the tallest guy, but Omega is gigantic. Alpha and Omega are just massive individuals. They're just huge,
Yeah,
right?
you got it.
So yeah, and we're slowly developing these, and we're very excited about the characters themselves, but. Other than that, Danny, how like we've actually gone through quite the journey developing these characters. As a matter of fact, what's it called? I thought I had it here. Wait a second. Where'd it go? Sorry, Danny, I just lost it. I don't know where it went, but yeah. What is the ultimate goal, Danny? What are we hoping to achieve here with El Dragoon?
Well, at the end of the day, we're looking here to create um, a new line of action figures, a story behind them, uh, based on the things we kind of grew up with and loved. You know, um, and also want to inspire people to also, um, to go out and create their own things. But not only that, we want to use our story to inspire people to kind of, better themselves. Not give up. You're gonna see a lot of that through Juanes, El Dragoon, as he goes through some turbulations. Almost gives up in life. uh, you know, just goes through some tough times where, most people go through, and, sometimes, it doesn't go the best for them. Right. And so you're going to see Juan kind of go through these things, and, hopefully it inspires the viewers, the readers, the people that enjoy collecting the figures, uh, you know, because again, Juan's also an athlete, and, he's going to go through some things where he has to push himself, to get through things, right? So, you know, uh, I hope personally that just people get inspired by the characters, and um, you know, and we want to hear feedback, and, what you guys think, and what you'd like to see, and that kind of thing. So, we just want to create something cool for everybody. And at the end of the day, we're trying to create something that we always want to see in toys, and in stories and comics. Hoping to say maybe one day to see an animation, a movie, be put out of El Dragoon, and his universe, and his life, and the story. And there's a little bit of legacy to this too, because uh Juan is I had named him after my father. So just to kind of, show some respect, and just, show him how much he means to me, and uh, that his legacy will live on through El Dragoon, right? And obviously not just me, but all our whole team. We're hoping to there'll be like little Easter eggs of things here and there. Even people in the audience and the story, you might see people that you recognize. Who knows, right? So, um, and same with covers. We have the potential special covers coming for the book. We're going to be collaborating with like certain stores that want to see covers, limited covers for their stores or events. So we're creating exclusive type things, and those things will be a part of the Kickstarter. And so, we're still putting that together and whatnot. But yeah, enough babbling.
There are a lot of things which are on the pipeline right now, but as well, Danny, we are, as you said earlier, thinking about action figures, and it is interesting seeing the progression of El Dragoon. I mean, he's actually gone through several different stages, of development, as you can see here, guys. Several artists have actually gone through El Dragoon to actually give their flavor on it, but we finally started narrowing down the consistency for El Dragoon. As a matter of fact, in terms of the actual character designs, we're happy to say that they finally. Okay, what the heck just happened there? We're glad to finally say that they're finally becoming a little bit more consistent, and we actually have actual turns for the design of El Dragoon, and he definitely is a lucha wrestler. He's a bit leaner. He's more athletic. He's not like his counterpart. Either Zeus. Zeus is just a massive beast, and of course Omega and Alpha. I mean, they are just huge honking beasts. But the El Dragoon himself is rather lean, and it's interesting because throughout the story, Danny, he goes through several phases of his physique. Right? We see him at his prime, and then later on in the story, we start to see him dwindle and deteriorate a little bit, right? And it'll be interesting to see what everyone thinks about the how he's portrayed later in the story. But at the same time, we have many different artists helping out with El Dragoon, including our good friend JP over at Thundercats Classics. But we are looking at, as we said earlier, doing something with action figures. And Sebastian has been kind enough to actually give us, these designs. But I don't know if you want to talk about it just a little bit, Danny. But do you want to talk about some of the development? We're working with artists who were actually helping us with the actual action figure itself, or did you want to maybe just?
Well, I think I shared with you one design with the 3D sculpt.
Okay. Let me take a look. Maybe I can find it. But Danny, talk to me more about the action figures a little bit. Like, eventually, the dream is to actually eventually make an action figure, right? Like that's what we hope to do. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. We're looking to create, figures around the 6.5 inch, 6 to 6.5 inch scale, roughly, right? Super articulated. We want to create wrestling figures that can pull off wrestling moves and look very clean, right? And would look cool in toy photography and that kind of thing, right? And there's a few figures and bodies that were inspired by that. We're looking at to kind of like, you want your figures to fit in certain lines, right? So we're looking at different lines to fit it in. First, we were looking at the WWE Ultimate figures, which are cool. They're on a little bit on the bigger scale, right? I got the one that Vaz Pix did, Vaz and Vazone. These guys did for us, right? Yeah, you got it right there. But a very cool figure. And look at the toy photos. That's sick. That's Vaz Pix right there. Adrian there, yeah.
Yeah, so the direction has definitely been moving for action figures eventually. So much to the point where Danny has gone ahead and started talking to different artists who, have been showcasing some really cool stuff for us. And they even and we've gotten to the point where, as Danny alluded to, we want, the structure wise and everything that's starting to happen, the development is starting to move in that direction. We even have our friend Jason Tonello, who's also developing, has actually put in some work to develop some designs for us. So
JP as well, right?
JP's also developed. Yeah, our friend Thundercats Classics.
Yeah,
JP Jorge, he's also bringing designs for us as well. You know what? We got one this morning, right, Danny? We got something really quick, which we can preview for you guys today.
So JP's helping us out too. He's going to be we have some characters and stuff like that we want to design, and we're hoping that he'll help us. Well, he's been helping us out already, so which is great. But we have some other cool characters in the works. We're looking at different body types too. So a Skeletor is actually talking about in the chat. A bigger body type character, like a Yokozuna type, or somebody that's bigger build, put it right, more round build, because that's a common thing in wrestling, right? And so we're gonna see those body types for sure. And there's gonna be very large guys, medium, small, and then with the ladies the same, right? There's gonna be the main buck, of course, which will be El Dragoon's buck. And then we're going to have several characters made from there. But there'll be like a female with different sizes. And then, like I said, there's going to be the extra tall guys that are both in their 7 foot in real life kind of thing. Like a Bastion Booger, yeah. He's right. Yeah, man, exactly. Right? Or like Bam Bam Bigelow. Remember him? He was sick, right? Or Tugboat. Or
Tugboat.
Right?
Tugboat.
So you know, we're looking to make those kind of figures or characters, put it right. So stay tuned for that for sure.
Yep.
But another take is that we're kind of looking at this like Street Fighter. You know, I don't know. I talk about this a lot, but you know, me and you both, Jay, we love Street Fighter. We play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mhm.
You know, I still want to beat you and everything, but it's okay. You know, I face you. We had a good. We had what game we played last that we did pretty. Was pretty even.
It was Street Fighter. It was Street Fighter Alpha, I think. It was Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
anyways, you know, but the cool thing there, so like Street Fighter started off with like 8 characters, right? And every season they come up with like 4 guys or whatever, right? And by the end of the year, you have this whole huge annual pack and so many characters. So hoping that just to kind of have this kind of trend with creating characters in our story. Because you know, the lucha world, wrestling world's huge, and it takes place everywhere in the world, right? So there's so many different versions, and Japan, South America, North America, Europe, you name it, right? So, yeah,
Yeah, we're very excited, guys, and we're hoping again, as we discussed, we're hoping that we can eventually show you guys a little bit more development on the figures and the characters. But we want to know from you guys, where should we concentrate our efforts? Because right now we are very much invested in the comic book. The comic book right now for us is paramount. We are very, very excited to be bringing you guys a brand new story, a brand new, comic book for El Dragoon. But at the same time, we're action figure collectors. So we also want to know, do you guys want us to concentrate on developing action figures too? Because we are, as you can see, getting help from multiple different creators like JP, like our friend over at, who's actually making the sculptures, Jason Tonello, who's actually doing some of the 3D designs, and even of course Vaz Customs, who's actually created a concept, action figure for us, which is more of a custom.
it's been helping us, man. We've been taking this thing everywhere. So
Yeah.
I have this thing in my pocket most of the time, and so I just break it out like, "Hey guys, look."
Yeah, but we definitely want some feedback from everybody to tell us, what type of direction do you want us to go in? Like, do you want us to really concentrate on the comic book and get issues 1 through 5 out so that we can have a really rooted storyline, or do you want us to, put more emphasis on the action figures, or do you want us to do both? Because that's something we've also been considering, that we're going to do the action figures and the comic books at the same time. Just depending on how people have been reacting to it. But we want to know from you. This is something that we really are wanting the community to be a part of, and we want to find out from you guys, what is it that you want to see? Do you want to see the comic? Do you want to see the action figures? Do you want to see both? Because we are very excited about
I want to
the
see both.
possibilities. I want to see both too. Just like Dennis said, I want to see both too, because these things are absolutely incredible. But when it comes to the Kickstarter, would you guys back just the comic book, just the action figure, or would you decide, that if we offered them both at the same Kickstarter, would you guys want to do both of these things? Because we do have the ability, believe it or not, we have the ability to do both. It's just something that we want to be able to concentrate our efforts on what you guys want us to do. It's very important to us that you guys are happy with what's being developed and how we go about creating these properties for you. Dave Sinelli, finally got over my fear of Demo Man and opened them up. Mato, remember the Amazing Spider-Man 2012 when Peter falls into the wrestling arena? He models his first mask from a luchador. That's
True. Yeah,
that is true. That is very, very true.
Yeah, he goes against Monk. That's right.
Yeah. Dave Sinelli, Danny just needs a stripped banana and he can call himself Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Endless Fables. I remember him. AEW. No, it's all. Drago. Yes, Drago.
That was him, man.
Dave Sinelli, El Dragoon going full scale. Yes. We are
you.
very, very excited about where this is leading, guys. We're super excited about this. Ricelin, Super Saiyan Dragon. Super Saiyan. No, SSJ Dragon.
Dragoon.
SSJ Dragoon. SSJ Dragoon. Super Saiyajin. That's what SSJ stands
Yeah.
for. Super Saiyajin
So,
Dragoon. Kenzo Creations, gentlemen. Good to see you, Kenzo.
what
There's
else?
another wonderful customizer, guys. You got to check out Kenzo's Creations on YouTube. Desanelli, Spider-Man to Macho Man. Nice outfit. Did your husband make that for you? That
Ah,
was in the movie. That was great.
yes.
Flipor could be a manager. No, Flipor should jump in there. Skeletor. Yo, my animations. Hope you guys like them. I'll try to make them longer. They were cool, brother. We're going to keep playing around with everything. Hopefully, we'll get a real animator to do them as well. Shay
Yeah,
Reed,
that would be epic.
the Nightmare Guillotine. That sounds like a great move, dude. That sounds like a really great move.
Yeah, he's probably closer to that. He's right.
Yeah. Dave Sanelli, storylines, this off matches for the whole enchilada.
Right.
Skeletor, they can't all be ripped. There should be a fat Yokozuna type, El Gordo. El Gordo.
Agreed, man. We're actually looking at creating a character that's plus sized. So stay
Absolutely.
tuned for that.
100%. That's
Yeah.
well, actually, that's not a lie. We have actually been talking about that. That was actually our next character that we were thinking about.
Yeah.
Like a Bastion Booger.
Right?
El Gordo Supremo.
Yeah.
Crusher Gideon.
For sure.
Dave Sanelli. He will need a list of moves. Yeah, we definitely got to put together something. And you know what? We've been thinking video games too, guys. Let's Danny. We've been talking video games. We've been talking video games. Not that it's going to happen anytime soon, but we're talking about it. Skeletor. Brothers, do you want more animations? Play with them. Play with them. I mean, if we end up using
Doesn't
them,
hurt, man. Just, play and send them our way. Why
thank
not?
you, brother. I'll try to make them an action figure, but 100%, it's nice to have a comic to debut first. Yes, that's what we were thinking. But we were also thinking maybe we can do both. I'm not sure. Yes, Skeletor says both. Crusher Gideon. I'd like to have some figures to fit with my WWE Ultimates and AEW Supremes. Yep. Crusher says definitely both of those. So, interesting. Riceland. Phew. Without drop down hips. Oh, you need drop down hips these days, man. How are they supposed to grapple people? How are they supposed to grapple?
Yeah, right. True story.
Skeletor, an exclusive figure with the comic would be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, see, I think the majority of people are Dave Sanelli, storyline. He needs to learn, create moves to discover his true power. Exactly. You know what, Dave? You got some good ideas there, bro. Riceland, both. They will complement each other, and people want to pick up the figure a wave after they read a few issues.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone seems to have the same idea, and we will continue. So, guys, this is going to be a weekly thing. Danny and I are going to come on every Monday to talk a little bit about the different characters, the different designs, and we want to share with you guys and find out from you. Who do you want to see? What do you want to see? Right? If you guys are interested in any of the characters becoming action figures, we would like to find that out more because Omega is massive. He will be a chunky boy. He is a big boy in the action figure world if he actually gets produced. Lead designer, what's going on, Lead? Good to see you, brother. This is where you've been.
Skip that next one.
Oh no!
No, I should though. I will now. Where do you think I get all my ideas, guys?
I know, right? Absolutely. So, Danny, I think the crowd's spoken for today. Anyway, it looks like they pretty much the majority is saying that we should do both. We should actually concentrate on both and keep going. So, I think we're very excited, guys. Thank you again. Huge shout out to Lead for helping us with the website. This is going to be awesome. And guys, we got a lot of great things coming, including action figure trading cards, apparel like T-shirts, and you guys should definitely sign up for our mailing list on eldragoon.com. Definitely, if you want to keep up to date about what's happening with El Dragoon, we would love to hear from you guys. And we would love to hear your suggestions, guys, about the future of El Dragoon, who you want to see, what do you guys think about El Dragoon, and what would you guys like to see, matchups, different types of characters, different sizes of characters, because everything you guys have said tonight, we're listening, and we really want to make this into a community-driven project, because this is going to be as much your project as it is ours, guys. We're very excited to be able to bring this to you, and the whole team is excited about this. Danny, do you have it like in closing? What would you like to say to the people, and what are we up to for El Dragoon?
So first off, thanks guys for just following us and staying tuned to what we've been working on and giving suggestions. Thanks to Skeletor and a few others just for helping us out, sending us content and ideas and just being super supportive, right? Super thanks to like event organizers like Brett, Joe Lanta, Toy Lanta. He's super supportive of our project as well, and he's gonna have us there as guests. He also helped connect us with a lot of cool people that want to help out with the project. And thanks to Sebastian and Gilly for sure, and UJ, everybody for sure. We're a team, so thanks to everybody. And just stay tuned. We have more stuff coming. I know somebody's asking about the Kickstarter. We're working on that right now. We're trying to figure out the tiers and what we're going to offer. There's a lot of moving parts. There's budgets in place too that we have to manage and all that fun stuff, right? So, but we were aiming to like closer to the end of the year, maybe October, November, but it might be pushed a little bit. We'll see. Again, we're trying to just figure out what exactly we're going to offer this first time around, because we want to make toys at the end of the day, and we're doing books, so we want to do both. So we just got to figure out what that looks like and how we're going to get it to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.
Absolutely. And guys, please, if you have a chance, definitely check out our website, eldragoon.com. Right now, it's just a mailing list at this point. But as things continue to develop, we'll keep you guys updated as to the latest developments and everything that happens. If you're on the mailing list, you'll be the first to know. And it's always great to see you guys. And thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Danny, what are you up to, man? Other than this, of course, what's happening this weekend? And how can people reach us, brother?
Yeah, guys. So we'll be at Mississauga Collector Expo in Canada.
In Canada.
I know some of you guys are not in Canada, but
I love it. I love it.
But Shay's gonna be there with us, so thank you. I don't know if we're gonna see Skeletor maybe there, right? So hopefully see you there. But we're gonna be there. Jay, you're gonna be there. But we're gonna have some cool collectibles for sale. Some of the latest stuff from Time Toys as well. We're looking to move some of our own collections to help fund this project. So it'd be great if you guys came out to support and just pick something up. And what else? We'll be at Joe Lance as well. And I'm at Time Toys as usual on Fridays doing Titans Talking Toys. So you can catch me there as well. Mondays we'll be here, hopefully 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be talking about the project and just sharing our thoughts. Maybe we'll talk about wrestling stuff too, and action figures, and just the stuff we love, right? So, here's Mississauga Collecticon. There you go. There's a gaming thing going at the same time, the video game thing. So, it's gonna be epic. This is one of my favorite shows because we get to. It's been around for a long time, and so you get a lot of the people that's been around collecting forever, and they come spend money and collect and talk toys, and we appreciate that. So it's a great show. So yeah, come by, check us out this Sunday, the 14th, at the Hilton in Meadowvale. Yeah, you can see it's go okay, good.
So yeah, guys, we will be at the Mississauga Hilton in Mississauga, Ontario. It'll be this Sunday, September 14th, and we hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a blast. There is, of course, the Vaz Custom El Dragoon, and don't forget, guys, we are looking forward to this Kickstarter. Details to come, but guys, expect the Kickstarter details to come as well, because I know Skeletor just asked, when is the Kickstarter? And thank you for signing up for the mailing list.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Skeletor, really appreciate it. Dave Sinelli, Dragoon Whiptail. Wow, that's a good. That would be a really cool special move. The Dragon Whiptail. That would be really cool.
You're gonna see a lot of cool moves, special attacks.
Absolutely.
Kind of things you see in Street Fighter and wrestling and that kind of thing.
It's gonna be sweet. Crusher Gideon, looking forward to seeing the progress at Jolanta. We will see you there, brother, and we are very excited to be bringing you some brand new prints and brand new exclusives for Jolanta 2025.
Oh,
Jimmy, oh, dude, we're excited. We are excited. Trust me, I got tons of ideas for moves. There we go. We're gonna be picking Shay's brain for all.
Oh, he has ideas and characters for days. I love talking to him about this stuff.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Great.
Riceland, Dragoon and Omega, that as different as they are in statue, it seems like they're rivals from the art. Yes, they are very big rivals, and you will see the struggles that they go through, both of them.
Yeah,
and his brother Alpha. Yeah, and his brother Alpha. It's gonna be amazing. We can't wait to share these. We can't wait to share these with you guys, and we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Just a final reminder that we will be at Jolanta 2025 at Gas South Convention Center, 6400 Sugarloaf Parkway in Duluth, Georgia. Huge shout out to the organizers, especially Brett, who invited us. And of course, guys, we will be there with all these wonderful new and returning guests. These guys are freaking awesome. You definitely should bookmark each of these wonderful guests who are appearing at Jolanta 2025. Pick up your tickets at jolanta.com, guys. Don't miss out, because because we are getting very, very close to the event, and you don't want to miss out on this amazing new convention. And of course, we will be there celebrating El Dragoon and talking to everybody about the brand new figures, the brand new comic book, and of course having brand new prints and apparel that we're going to be available only at Jolanta 2025. We hope to see you guys there and ask us about everything that's happening with El Dragoon, how it was developed, the story. We want to talk to you guys, and we want to share with you all the upcoming news and events at Jolanta 2025. We hope to see you guys there. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe. Danny, do you want to say goodbye to the wonderful people out there, Danny?
Goodbye. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you guys this weekend and on the next lives. I think we're actually going to be doing a live with the Jolanta Brett, the organizer.
Once they figure that out, we are definitely going to go live with Jolanta, because we've been bugging them. We've been bugging them to find out what's going on, because we want to go live with those guys. We want to find out more about that.
Yeah. So,
and then maybe around that time, you guys will find out more about exclusives and maybe even some action figures that might be in development. We'll see what happens, guys. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us here for the El Dragoon stream. We will see you guys next Monday as we continue to showcase and reveal new details about the El Dragoon storyline. Next week, we're gonna talk about La Loca Loba, the crazy wolf herself, as well as other wonderful details about the show and the series and the action figures. We're also going to be talking about Zeus Zavala and perhaps even his tag team partner, Nightmare. We hope you guys will enjoy that episode. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. And of course, keep it indie. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night, guys.